Hello everyone, we're looking at Revit 2023. I've had the opportunity to work with Revit 2023 for about 4 days during a class and to put it through its paces, and it's quite interesting because Revit has done, or Autodesk has done, quite a bit of development on their platform. The thing I'd like to have a look at is the views. As you can see, the floor plans and the ceiling plans and the 3D views and the elevations, even something like your schedules and your legends, they now all have little checkboxes next to them. Now, you can't check these checkboxes. They're a visual element that will give you some feedback. Now, just some history. Within the British protocol, we used to have this browser organization that we used to set up, or some of us used to use. I'm just going to call this UK. And within that, we would filter out any views where the sheet number on the sheet name either one of those does not equal to or is not null. So let's just leave that for the moment. That's the views, and in the grouping and sorting we would go with usually extra parameter and then family and type, and then we'd also sort that based on the associated level. Right, so very simple organization, filter by sheet name not equal to none. Okay, let's just leave that for now. Let's apply that and add a sheet. And we've got one sheet. And now look what happens as soon as I place a door, or not the door legend, but at least one of the normal views. I've got that filter incorrect. Just remove the filter for now. And you'll see the views reappear. So let's place one of these floor plans on there. There's level 0 onto that sheet. Now you'll see immediately that sheet now has turned blue, and that means that it's on one of these views. All right, so from a managerial point of view, this is very easy to see. And there we can see that we can say sheet number equal to none. So we'll filter out that level 0. So this is how we used to manage the UK protocol, to say, well, when a view is on a sheet, we'll leave it on the sheet and remove it from the browser, and then we'll control it through a view schedule. In the new way that we do things, there's a extra way in which we can manage this, and that is to say, well, all right, so you can have a combination of the two. Even when you say, all right, so if I put, say, level 1 on here, now it also removes it and it puts it on the sheet. And if we add the browser organization and we had to remove this condition for the filter, then we would automatically see which views we have placed on sheets already. So it kind of negates the need to do this browser organization where we are filtering out the views that are already on sheets. So it's quite interesting, and it's a very good use for a manager if they want to control or just see which views have been placed on sheets and which views have not been placed on sheets. Now that's something the BIM managers are always interested in. They know which views must be created. And then just as a final note on that, remember that we also create so there's two things that we do. We use this earlier than 2023 we hide the views on the sheets. Few companies do that, but that's how Revit is properly set up for a UK Revit protocol. And then we also create a sheet list. So once we create a sheet list and we include something like the name and the number, or the number and the name, then before we do that, so let's suppose that's ground floor plan, first floor plan, then we might also include things that will go with that, and we'll include of course the correct view number, and then description we would include a data row. This is what we call a placeholder. Let's suppose we call the second floor, and we will carry on like that. And the reason we do that is with our sheets, we can then go and say, when we create a new sheet, we can use one of the placeholders sheets that were created to then go and create that sheet. Right, so those are the types of managerial elements that come into managing views and sheets. But I think this new method of saying, well, if something is placed on a sheet, then visually indicate that for me. I think this is a great advantage, because not many people would be used to or have managers that would hide their views from their sheets or manage their sheets. So you don't want to get caught short on a print run where you suddenly realize, well, I've got all of these views and they haven't been placed on sheets yet. So that's one of the great things about Revit. The drawing register is automatically cross-referenced to the different views, so it's very easy to do that. And we know when things are on sheets. The other thing is, if we duplicate as dependent, then they will also start recognizing, let's suppose we put them on the second floor over here. As soon as we put them on a sheet, they now recognize that they are sheet dependent. So that is also an improvement on the API, and that is good news all around. Right, so they've definitely done a bit of work on Revit. They've improved the way that views are graphically displayed within your browser. You can see if they've been placed on a sheet, and even when they are dependent, they will recognize that they've been placed on a sheet. I hope you enjoy Revit 2023. I'm certainly surprised at some of the developments that they've done. It's very friendly, and until next time, enjoy Revit.